Listen, for those of you from other African countries, hoping and praying and wishing that someday Nigerians will come to their right frame of mind so that Africa together can grow. I know a number of people are pushing for unity, African that is united, a united Africa, and they think Nigeria should be, the country that should spearhead such a thing.
Guys, with the way things are going on in the motherland, on the positive, is giving me joy. Just as if we are not done with what we are seeing with the military, the 24-hour economy, and all the rest. Yes. Ghana has recently hit jackpot of over $17 billion achieved in this short while. Guys, see, the economy is stabilizing to the point that Ghanaians are smiling, and the government has promised that yes, so in less than no time, everything will be balanced. Everywhere goes stew, it go choke. See, forget before there is blessings and showers of blessings being poured down and victory achieved, know that there will be battles. This is the phase of Ghana fighting the battles, yes. And one of the greatest battles is fighting against enemies, external invaders. Number one, Nigeria, China, and the rest. So know that in every battle, there is a victory. This phase is a phase that is very important with Ghanaians, and I am part of it. So that's why I've put together these videos, yes, so of what is current and update with the economy. Oh my God. Yes, as newly announced on the news, as well as God. See, this video is packed. We've got reactions from foreigners about the motherland Ghana, and one Nigerian unscrupulous element that wants to show herself. But thankfully, I've got people like Chimdi and the rest that came down to counterpoint that. So I would address all of these at the end of this video, but I just wanted to give us a clue of what we're experiencing. So please watch this video patiently to the end. Don't miss out. It's very important. Every aspect is important. Like, share, and stay subscribed if this is your first time here. Don't make it your last, because you don't want to miss out on this hot premium news, gist, update, reactions, and analysis. Very brutal. Okay, like I said, I will talk to you at the end. Watch this video and I will be right back.
Minister for Trade, Industry and Agribusiness, Elizabeth Ofuswe-Jare, has called on cement manufacturers to consider some marginal reductions in the price of cement for the public. The minister made the call in an engagement with the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers on pricing and standardization here in Accra. More in this report.
The Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofuswe-Jare, met the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers on Monday to discuss industry concerns, including standardization and product pricing. According to her, time has come for Ghanaians to enjoy the gains made on the appreciation of the cedi against major trading currencies. She therefore appealed for some reduction across board on all cement products in the local market. The minister disclosed that from the beginning of August, inspectors will be deployed from the Ghana Standards Authority as part of quarterly inspections to enforce standardization of products, adding that failure on the part of companies to meet the required standards will result in a shutdown. The manufacturers assured that if the current positive trends in the economy continue, Ghanaians are going to realize gradual reduction in cement prices.
Rich Solutions has expressed optimism about the economic outlook of the Ghanaian economy, saying the real growth rate of the country will stay above 5% in 2025 and 2026 respectively. According to the UK-based firm, lower inflation is supporting a positive outlook for the economy. Mike Koroninga is an associate director of Fitch Solutions and has been speaking at today's Sub-Saharan Africa macroeconomic update.
Ghana's economy recorded a pretty solid rebound in 2024, becoming one of the fastest growing economies in SSA. So as you can see on the chart on the left here, growth remained pretty strong in the first quarter of 2025, coming in above 5%. And this was driven by robust agricultural output, continued expansion in the services sector, primarily in tech and finance, and renewed momentum in gold production. So looking ahead, we remain pretty optimistic on the outlook for the Ghanaian economy. We expect GDP growth to stay around 5% in both 2025 and 2026. And so one of the key drivers behind the sustained recovery is the sharp disinflation trend we're seeing.
The Institute of Freight Forwarders has welcomed the Bank of Ghana's new set of guidelines on the application of exchange rates at the ports, arguing it will address discrepancies in the forex pricing. The Bank of Ghana, in a statement, directed players in the shipping industry that they should, from today, July 22nd, publish daily exchange rates used for invoicing on their website and communicated to customers prior to the issuance of invoices or payment. Reacting to the development, First Vice President of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders Ghana, Nana Isiama Prempeh III, said the move will ensure transparency and alignment with regulatory frameworks.
For instance, the shipping lines, they are one of the major operators of the port. There are several shipping lines in Ghana. They all use different exchange rates. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana issue exchange rate for the week, which customs and other port operators use for the week. So every week, every Monday, there is a new exchange rate that comes. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it comes down. Mostly, until recently, goes up. But to our surprise, the shipping lines don't comply with that. They use their own exchange rate. And that is one of the major issues that we have been raising. And luckily enough, we are happy to hear this thing from the president through the Bank of Ghana.
Great. Ghana's business community is eagerly awaiting the mid-year budget review scheduled for Thursday, July 24. Finance Minister Dr. Kasiela Tuforsen will present the review to Parliament, outlining the government's fiscal performance on the first half of the year and policy directions for the second half. But what are the expectations of the business community, both in the formal and informal sectors? Stefan Mizan Abbas is the president of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industries.
Unfortunately, that it looks like the government's hand or the economy's hands are tied to the conditions of IMF, for which reason it becomes very difficult. So, in as much as some of these cannot be controlled, in the areas that can be controlled, where there's arbitrary increases in taxes and all of that, the government should try and be mindful of that. So that brings me to a point of this 1 cedi levy, which is on petrol. Because if you are putting a levy on petrol, and then you also have to increase utilities every 3 months, then we are overburdening the ordinary Ghanaian.
Right.
So where we can control, I think that we want to support the government control, and where we cannot, we want to manage it as well. So this 1 cedi levy, I think that we spoke against it. Unfortunately, the government has implemented it, but I think that it is not to the benefit of the ordinary Ghanaian, and we are going to suffer. Once that goes up, it means that fuel is going up, and once fuel goes up, every other produce goes up.
The Ghana Chamber of Mines is calling for equitable tax reforms, which will ensure that the small-scale mining industry adequately contributes to the country's tax net. Chief Executive of the Chamber, Engineer Ken Ashigbe, explains that large-scale, which is often burdened with taxes, as against the small-scale mining industry, remains one of Ghana's bedrocks for economic stability. Therefore, overburdening it with taxes could derail growth and expansion. He spoke at a press conference to outline the Chamber's contribution to socio-economic development.
To the chamber, total mineral revenues for 2024 reached $7 billion. Of this amount, $5 billion, representing 70% of total revenue, was retained in the country, underscoring the sector's commitment to contributing to socio-economic development. Speaking at a press conference, Chief Executive of the Chamber, Ken Ashigbe, called for equitable tax reforms to ensure that all players in the mining industry are taxed fairly. He also advocated for a downward review of the Growth and Sustainability Levy to enhance investment by large-scale mining companies.
Government needs the money of all of us. We all need to contribute to that particular one. And again, in a period where we are hearing that the small-scale miners might be, producing as much as the large-scale miners are producing. If the large-scale miners are generating totally 17.7, then maybe what we should do is reduce that GSL a bit and then get that sector to also contribute to that. What can we do to ensure that if $11.4 billion, for example, that is lost to Ghana can come in? If you did that and then you left a lot of resources, made a lot of resources available to the industry, a lot more investment could go into that.
The Chamber lauded the revision of the fiscal terms of the Ewoya Lithium project. The Chamber's Chief Operating Officer, Ahmed Naktogma, expressed optimism about the ongoing negotiations.
We've been talking, and I know you bear witness that we've talked about it, and now we thank God that a lot of progress is being made, and the government has made an announcement that it is being reviewed. So we hope that maybe before this next parliament rises, there will be a ratification of that lease. But just take into consideration the changes in the price from 3,000 to 600 and all those things. So there has to be a renegotiation, a review of all the things that were in the first lease so that they can be more competitive.
Engineer Kenneth Ashigbe shed more light on the sector's impressive contribution to the country's economy.
Corporate taxes is 10.3 billion, mineral royalties 4.9 billion, employee PAYE was 1.5 billion cedis, dividends was 1.03 billion, and others was 75.3 thousand Ghana cedis as well. And then social investment, the total amount that was spent was $28 million.
The large-scale mining sector contributed a total of 17.6 billion cedis in tax revenue to government, making the mining sector the largest tax contributor in Ghana.
I'm here with
Kola.
Kola.
Kola, that's my name, yeah.
Where are you from, Kola?
I'm from UK.
Okay.
UK.
Originality, where are you from? Original.
Nigerian. Me. Nigerian.
How you doing? Where you say you there from? Where?
Nigeria. Originally, yes.
Yeah. So how is your experience so far in Ghana?
Yeah, I must admit. You want me to look there or look where?
Yeah, look back and forth.
Yes, I mean my experience in Ghana has been nice so far. The people, they're more calmer than the Nigerians, for instance. Calmer, more relaxed. Yeah, it's nice experiences so far. Not all perfect. I had a little altercation with the security at the airport, but apart from that, it's been fine.
Do you want to speak about what happened at the airport for you?
What it was is that I just had to wait for my Airbnb place to be ready. It wasn't ready when I arrived at the airport, and so I was walking around for quite a long time. I didn't have any. The Wi-Fi wasn't working. I didn't have an internet on my phone, so maybe they thought I looked a bit suspicious. So I was talking to people, so they said, "Oh, let me check your bag." I said, "You checked my bag already? So let me check it again." What for? Narcotics. They didn't find anything, of course. So yeah, that was all it was. Yeah.
Because they saw you going, asking people how they can help you or assist you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And we are so sorry. On behalf of Ghanaians, Ghanaians and everybody, we really want to say a very big sorry to you. So far, how is it for you now?
It's been nice. I guess like most major cities, there's too much traffic on the roads. The Uber needs to be sorted out because I pay by credit card on my Uber, and apparently, if they see you pay by credit card, the taxi drivers will avoid you. The taxi driver was telling me that the reason why is because they don't get paid if you pay by credit card. Uber just takes the money and don't give the money to them. Wow. So it's not good. I said, why did you complain? He said, yeah, we've been complaining. They've been on strikes, but it's nothing. So they keep on taking the money Uber and not paying the drivers. So it's not good. They need to sort things out. That's not the Ghanaian. That's Uber. Yeah, it's their problem. Yeah, they need to sort it out.
Ali, if you know anybody who works under Uber, make sure they get this video. You understand? Because it's really important. If their names have been mentioned, please tag them. Let them know that this is what is happening on the ground. And the drivers need to be paid, even if they are paid by credit card. You understand? And yeah, like let's make Africa better. Let's make Ghana better so that we can be able to move, ourselves in and out. You get what I mean?
This isn't my first time to Ghana, so I've been to a lot of tourist places on my previous visits. The Seven Bridges, is it called? 7 footbridges. I went to Elmira Castle. I went to a place which many Ghanaians don't even know themselves. I went to Morlaix National Game Park in the north.
In the northern region?
In the northern region, yeah. So a lot of Ghanaians don't know this, but you have wild elephants, you have baboons, you have warthogs, you have a lot of rich ecosystem which you don't explore, which you don't know. But yeah, I went there myself. It was very, very nice. One, you explore your own continent. Two, you get to see other people. Three, you're broadening your horizons, see how other people live. You're all Africans, but we still have slightly different experiences, slightly different culture. You help the economies. But also, I just think it's one thing which I think we also need to do in Africa. In Europe, they have like very cheap airlines. They're called budget airlines, where you fly within the continent. Very, very cheap. Whereas in Africa, if you want to go from maybe Nigeria to, I don't know, Ivory Coast, you have to take one plane to go to the east, then come back to the west again. It's a lot of money.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. Remember, exaggerating, but you can't catch direct flights, or if you do catch direct flights, it's too expensive. So they need to maybe create some kind of system where it's more cheaper to fly within Africa.
In 5 years to come, where do you want to see African in?
Well, I want to see, first I want to see the French out of Africa. You kicked them out of Mali, kicked them out of Niger, kicked out of Burkina Faso, that's good. I want to see the CFA eradicated because the CFA is not helping Africans, it's helping the French and helping keeping the Eiffel Tower clean and the Musée du Louvre clean. It's not helping Africa at all. So you get your own economy, your own currency, and also maybe get rid of ECOWAS. I know this is kind of political, but ECOWAS is not helping your own Nigerians. ECOWAS wants to invade Niger. For what reason? Your brothers at the behest of France. That's not correct. So Morocco is good for Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Morocco said they will allow their ports to be used by those three countries. Whereas ECOWAS has said, no, we want to give them sanctions. It's not good. Africa must unite in that sense.
So in which way can we unite if Africans should reunite?
Well, I guess maybe the first thing people need to do is, I think things start off, first of all, mentally and psychologically, because if you're not psychologically in tune with Africa, then you're going to look at other cultures. So first of all, you need to be in love with yourself. The self-hate a lot of Africans have towards themselves is a lot. So maybe you need to be in love with yourself. Then you need to unite in terms of appreciating your culture, getting rid of corruption, because corruption is rife in Africa. And also your natural resources. The world depends on Africa for their natural resources. Whether it's the cocoa to make chocolate, the coffee beans, the bauxite, the different minerals and materials that you see in Congo. Apparently Ghana has this say they've discovered a new some material with its gold, the resources, and they've given the contract to Australia. Why Australia for? Why not within Africa? So you need to keep your resources here and then get the rest of the world to buy. First, we need to refine the resources in Africa. Don't send the raw materials to Belgium, cocoa beans to Belgium. They refine it into chocolate, and then we buy the chocolate from them. No, we refine it here. So it's hard. You need lots of people who are selfish to do these things to help make Africa great again.
What have you learned so far about Ghana?
Oh, you mean about Kwame Nkrumah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was revolutionary, just like Thomas Sankara. Okay. Even like Colonel Gaddafi wanted to unite Africa, the Pan-Africanists. I mean, people say that if you're for Africa, then you must leave Africa. But Kwame Nkrumah had an Egyptian wife, yes. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't have a Ghanaian wife.
Don't you think marry different African countries can unite Africa?
That's true, but Egypt is not. Egyptians don't look at themselves as black. Egyptians don't even look at themselves as African. If we're talking about the white Egyptians, they don't consider themselves African. A lot of them say they're Middle Eastern. Wow. Or they say they're white. I mean, they had a president. There was one president. I think his mum was half Sudanese, and then they made a film about his life, and they used a mixed race person, and they said, no, we don't want him because our president was not black. You need to get a white person to play him. So, in that sense, Africa is disunited, but I don't know. Yeah.
I see video where Ghana people, they say Nigeria must go. They say according to one Igbo man, is a Moabia, no. They say he's saying one open Igbo for Ghana. I can't they say, oh, okay, is that something new or is that Ghana people, why not feel threatening? And they say people, they say, why would they go and breed Igbo in Ghana? Why did they, Chinatown, they everywhere? Shebe, say Nigeria, especially Igbo people, they be like Chinese. Igbo people bring developments. I don't know the person when me and Agada they talk, he say Igbo people too much. Now say you're too much, now you're big man too much. If you give Igbo people chance, they go change Nigeria to a China. Those people are creative. They add to the system, they do not remove. What did they worry you? They add to the system, they add to the economy. Igbo people. Hey, we Ghana, if we say may Igbo people come out from Ghana, leave the rest Nigeria people, una country go what this way. It go first sit down telling you. You see the businesses where una get for una Ghana, the one that they say it's for Nigeria people, it's for Igbo people. It's not for Nigeria people, it's for Igbo people. Igbo themselves, there be movements. When it comes to business, creating things, they add to the system. They are like Chinese. Where worry you? My pastor, you'll give Igbo man one room. He go village the next 2 weeks. He go pack 10 people. Come be 11, 12 for inside room. Do they feel me? Why? Because he go bring the make they come walk up. He go do finish. He goes settle one come on, settle the other one come on, the other one go open. I beg, they be like Chinese. You get what I mean? They add to the system. They not a remove. China man cannot come to a country and depend on you. They come, they open business, they start selling. They produce, they start producing. If you give Igbo people chance, say our country in a better country, we come from a country that supports its people. We not go buy anything from international. We will not when I call in English, sorry, rubbish. Export, and then import. We not go import things from other country. Igbo people go provide that for us. They will do farming. They will do what they think the system needs. They will provide it for us. Where worry you? Nigeria must go. Just say Igbo people must go because if they go, your economy over this way. That's the way you they come and go they buy for 12 o'clock. Which Nigeria person you say they sell? Bini person. No, it's Igbo man. On your own Igbo. The cheap thing where you they buy, where replicate the original. Oh, you say they sell Mappa. No, it's an Igbo man. And it's fake. And so give them opportunity to do real tighten your system. Yeah. Tighten your system, do whatever to your system and say no fake goods. They will do real and produce it. They not see opportunity. Me, when it comes to things like that, you will not see me sit down also Igbo mania. You take craze. Go mission roads for Bini. They go say, Igbo people take everywhere. They come, they take, open the business, me see. How many you get? Even the market women, Bini women that is doing market in Bini, they go to buy from Igbo people. Where is any Bini man that have a big shop? It don't do for you, eh? Say you get shop, Bini man go say, I want to go and be trading. They say like woman thing. Igbo men take over. Me sure that I don't remember my mother having any other person supplying her goods apart from an Igbo man. Yeah. They'll say a woman thing, but Igbo man will tell you, say, selling guguru, selling akara, selling anything is a human being job, not a man job or a woman's job. It's as far as it brings money, it's a human thing. Do you get what I mean? Me sit down here, talk to Igbo people anyhow when it comes to that. Yeah, sweep by your wow. Ghana, wanna change the slogan. Igbo people must go. Make them go, Marcia wanna go survive on the economy. Not talk to Igbo people anyhow. You hear me? Never go your one. The Chris Igbo people must, the Nigeria people. Say Igbo people must go.
Arise, O compatriots. I sing this poem from a graveyard. I'm 6 feet under, missing a liver and my heart. Nigeria's call obey. They sliced my stomach and now it's empty. But their stomachs were empty too. That's why they killed me. See, our hunger is what is eating our humanity. To serve our father's land today. Someone used his father for rituals. Went online to post, Mama, we made it. With love and strength and faith. I've entered one chance 3 times in 2 years. My mother's prayers surround me like a shield. Yet every time I hear news of someone else getting killed, I think that could have been me. My people are so hungry, they don't mind drinking each other's blood. Our morality is low enough, the devil stands on top of it to look up. Now who don't chop, they fear God. Every day, someone is dying in this country. Leaders of tomorrow no longer survive today. Bodies are scattered like confetti. When I step, I'm not sure which part is grave and which part is land. We blame the government, but don't you see that our hands are also stained? The smell of desperation fills the air like cheap perfume. Everybody wants to leave the ghetto. 20-year-olds looking for 60 years of wealth in 1 week, so they kill. And all our lips are sealed. Nigerians are like water. Nigerians are like water. Put us in a bottle or a jerry can, we can't adapt to anything. Our shock absorbers work too well. We audaciate our way through the belly of this beast, but not everyone makes it out alive. I don't want to die as a shortcut to another man's wealth. I don't want my future to disappear into an organ trafficker's snare, please. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I say this poem from a grave, but aren't you and I the same? In the belly of the beast, the difference between the living and the dead is 1 second, 1 chance, 1 nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Sarah, right? What's the name?
Global Poet.
Global Poet. Is this the first time on DTH stage?
No, I auditioned the last season, but...
Yes, and you went missing. I remember you very well. You were so good and we were looking for you. You came with power lines again. You are so good. I probably didn't just like the way the anthem was coming in. Could have been said in a different way. You know, I get what you were trying to do, but it just didn't key in for me that way. But this is a powerful message and a powerful poem. And I know that you have a lot in you. I hope you don't run away this time. Yes.
All right, she's been here before, and she's doing this again. Liko?
Global Poet, you need to go global, so stop running away. I heard about you, and I kept saying, where is she, and here you are today, and that was, I felt every word, every emotions. You're phenomenal. Say yes for me.
So, probably I'm the only one that is meeting you for the first time, and I'm telling you, the impression you gave is wow. So one thing I want you to also work on, which like Ike said, is the part of your singing. Sincerely, music, whether you are a spoken word artist.
Listen, for those of you from other African countries, hoping and praying and wishing that someday Nigerians will come to their right frame of mind so that Africa together can grow. I know a number of people are pushing for unity, African that is united, a united Africa, and they think Nigeria should be, the country that should spearhead such a thing. Let me tell you people a little story told to me by a Ghanaian on his life experience. So there's this Ghanaian in the UAE society, I think the Iran society, is it Iran or Israel? So he said he has these Nigerian friends. Of course, something that really shocks me is the way Ghanaians actually love Nigerians. So he actually said, I love Nigerians because they have swag. And that's true. Nigerians often come with these tactics of showing swag. And if you're not knowledgeable enough, you will fall prey to it. That's why there is nothing that Nigerians have that I need. There is nothing that Nigerians have that I need. I am the one that has what they need. I am the one. This is not me bragging, but let's just leave things about me. So he stated emphatically that those Nigerian friends of his in the UAE shocked him on grounds of this ongoing war, or just concluded war, right? This realm of war. He said while a lot of Ghanaians in the UAE had been praying for this war to end so that they can go all about their daily business, their regular business, guess what Nigerians have been saying? Guess what Nigerians have been praying for? Nigerians have been praying for the war to continue. Why? Because Nigerians go to homes of people that had been displaced, courtesy of the war, to steal their properties, sell those properties, and send back money to their relatives. I always tell people, a man that has money at the back of his mind, there is no limit to his deviousness. There is no limit to his evil. And this is the Nigeria you think will come back to their senses. People that had already gone clinical, people that had already gone mental, you think they will come back to their senses. You people should keep on waiting. I'm pretty sure you people don't want a united Africa. Me, as a Nigerian, don't even regard Nigerians as Africans anymore. I regard them as a hellhole. It's a country that should be taken away from Africa. Nigeria should stay on its own as the black sheep. And you people are waiting. You people don't want Africa. Don't worry. South Africans understand very well. Don't worry.
Thank you, my brother Chimdi. You saw that spoken words from this great damsel, right? Did you hear that? Countering as well, exposing the country called Nigeria. Thank God, not me talking. This was in a show, a talent hunt show. I was listening to this lady, tears were dropping down my eyes, right? Like seriously. And when I heard the other unscrupulous Bini element, mentally unstable, telling us that the Igbos, when they leave Ghana, Ghana will fold, Ghana economy will fold. Like, is the Igbos that run Ghana economy, or Nigerians, or is only Nigerians or Igbos that are in Ghana? Like, did you hear the crime that this spoken words from this lady depicts about Nigeria and what they carry everywhere they go, as well as Chimdi telling us and reminding us that if you think Nigeria is what you're waiting for, you will be left behind. You will be left behind. That's what the summary of all this says. So in a nutshell, know that Nigerians, vast majority of them, are the problem, and they have decided that they will not change no matter what. But be that as it may, you have heard the good news and the update from Chimdi. Let us move on. Anywhere they want to wake up from and join us, we are moving forward. We can't be waiting for Nigeria. Like what somebody once said, the day Nigeria will wake up, that's the day Africa will be great. So we should all sit down and be waiting for this Nigeria. Hey, please, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, every other country, be moving forward, because there's no time. Time waits for nobody. Even where there is time, there is no space. Even where there is space, the space is too tight. So let's fasten up our seatbelt and be moving forward. Leave Nigeria alone. Leave Nigeria. Whatever you can do to, desert them, the negative ones, the bad eggs, do it while there is time, so that they don't rob you off your blessings and your breakthrough. See how Ghana is winning. Somebody shout power. Somebody shout power. This is the power of social media. We are going to choke them. Yes. And if they want peace and unity, they should repent. Repent in total. That is all. And this is what we have for today. I don't want this video to be too lengthy. If you like it on here, please give this video a huge and a massive thumbs up. In all this now that we have seen, both on the other guy's experience, the UK guy that was speaking in it, you know. Let me know all your thoughts, your opinion, your input down in the comments. Share this video, like, and stay subscribed. And with that, I will see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.